So it's sunny outside. It's a good day. Actually, it's not sunny outside, and it's not even day. As you can see, I hope you can see, right now it's 7:15 p.m. And I recreated this daylight with only one fixture. Actually there are three, but only one is the main one. There are two more that give me the edge and a little bit of fill. So if you'd like to see how I did this, you can head over to Patreon and subscribe, because there I write a lot of posts taking pictures of my sets, and I write text posts where I explain how I achieved it and how it's sunny, but it's 7 p.m. in the evening. So without further ado, today I want to talk about something that nobody finds interesting, and it's outright boring. And a lot of us, actually most of us, when we go on YouTube, we look for information about mostly cameras, lenses, color grading, lighting techniques, and nobody actually asks the boring questions. And what's worse, nobody provides the boring answers. So today I want to talk about several things that almost nobody thinks about, especially when they start out in their filmmaking career. But I've suffered them. I've suffered every single one of them, and I want to help you so you don't have to. First off, clothing. Doesn't matter which season it is, doesn't matter if you're shooting interiors or if you're in the city. Get some more clothes. If it's summer, don't just go running around with a t-shirt and a tank top. Grab a hoodie. Or if it's winter or autumn, or if it's generally cold, try to have as much layers on as possible. Not just thicker jackets, but layers. Because when you have layers, you can actually take off some if you're hot. And if you've got one single big ass puffy thick jacket, it's either hot or cold, and that's not optimal. So bring more layers, because you'll be surprised. I actually have a story. I'll try to make it a quick one. When I was shooting a BTS, behind the scenes video of a music video that was being shot here in Bulgaria, the scenes, most of the scenes were outside, and it was February. So the music video, the main character, the singer, a female singer, had to be playing on a piano in a field. And so we had a field, so we looked at the piano, and again, it was February. I don't know how she survived, because even though it was sunny, it was cold it was very cold. And since it was a field, it was an actually field that was being worked, probably in summer, there was not a single tree in a radius of 5 kilometers. So when the wind started blowing, there was nothing that stopped it. And even though I was wearing, I had a sweater, a t-shirt, maybe even a tank top, and a ski jacket, this cap, hat, whatever, beanie, I froze to death. The wind was so hard, it was so cold, I was literally freezing. And this is the time when I thought to myself, next time I'm bringing the heavy stuff, And it doesn't have to be out in the field somewhere for you to to be cold. Even if you're in the city, if you're in the shade, or if you're somewhere where it's drafty, just listen to your grandma. Whatever your grandma told you to bring more clothes or to keep your shirt tucked in, she knew what was saying. So yeah, it's a bitch. And so if it's summer, just bring a shirt or I don't know, anything. It gets cold fast because you're not moving so much, you're staying in one place, and nobody ever guarantees you that you'll be on the sunny spot with no wind. And health, after all, is above all. Which brings me to the second point, and that's sitting. Again, I have a story for this. I was shooting a short film in a railway station outside of the big city, but it was a very used station. It was very alive, so it was not abandoned or something. But still, the evening before, when I was packing, I was thinking to myself, I don't need to bring anything to sit on because it's a railway station. If I get tired, there will always be some stairs or a ledge or something. But little did I know that the front part, the one with the rails of the station, it was this huge open flat space, and there was literally nothing on it. It was just concrete. Not a single bench or ledge or whatever. And even if there was any stairs to sit on or whatever, they were so far from the set, it didn't really make sense to use them. So after several hours standing on one place, my feet started to hurt, my lower back, my knees, my neck, pretty much everything. Because while you're shooting the camera, you're not exactly in your best, you don't have the best form. Usually you're just, in a bad shape for your back. So the gaffer back then was nice enough to bring me a foldable 3-leg chair, like for fishing chair or something. And right after this shoot, I went to the sports store and I bought 2 because I said I will never let that happen again. And actually those foldable chairs are now moving everywhere with me. And that's what I want to say to you. If you're going to be a cinematographer or maybe even a sound guy, and you have to stand in your place for an extended period of time, bring something to sit on. It may be, a foldable fishing chair or these Chinese plastic circular stuff where it's, takes the shape of a cone or whatever. Because there may not always be an Apple box lying around, and you will need to sit even for a while. So yeah. Now the third point is about food and drink. Most sets, of course, they have catering, but especially in the lower segment with the DIY, wearing many hats, one-man band gigs, or even some student films and whatever, people often focus on the gear, on the actors, on art department or whatever. And sometimes catering is really lacking, let alone, crafties. So always bring something. Because when you're on set, again, even though you're not doing push-ups or running or whatever, you grow hungry pretty fast, or thirsty, even worse. So bring, a protein bar, a bottle of water, something. Because the least that you want to happen is for you to be thirsty all the time, or dehydrated, or be hungry and your sugar levels drop, or whatever, you feel lightheaded, you will be in no condition or no shape to do your job properly, and you don't want that. And regarding the clothing, I forgot to say that shoes are very, very paramount. First off, they need to be comfortable. Second off, if there is even the slightest hint for rainfall that day, choose the waterproof shoes, because you may have to go to the car for like 5 minutes from the whole day, but these are the 5 minutes that you're going to step in a puddle and your feet will be wet, and that sucks, and you might get sick. Or, again, take care of yourself. You are your greatest asset, and on your health depends literally your job. You can't work if you're not well. Also, especially in the lower budget stuff and the DIY one-man band, absolutely bring an external battery of some sort, or a power bank. Make sure you have good cables with it, because nowadays almost everything can be powered with USB-C, the monitors, the transmitter, the follow focus motor, maybe even the camera, or some small lights. So make sure that you have a fully charged power bank, because if something fails, or if somebody forgot to charge a battery, or whatever else happens, or the shooting day is longer than you anticipated, it's always nice to have backup power for in a pinch. And also make sure you bring quality cables, and bring more cables than you actually need. Just bring cables, okay? It's important. The same goes for the media. Have a backup media. Me, for instance, I'm using primarily the CF Express Type B in this camera, but I always put in my bag an SSD, just in case. I almost never use it, but it's been now 2 or 3 times where I've either forget the card, or I have forgotten to format the card and I still need the footage that's on it. There are many scenarios, so make sure to be redundant in terms of media, cables, power. Yeah. And last but not least, try to always have on you some kind of a multi-tool. It doesn't have to be the most expensive one, it doesn't have to be a Victorinox army knife, but bring something that you have, maybe pliers, Phillips screw, flathead screw, a set of Allen keys, because Allen keys are the most frequent tool you're going to need in a camera rig. So just be prepared, bring a knife, and that's it for today. Again, if you want to see how I shot this sun, even though it's 7:30 p.m. now, head over to Patreon and join us. You'll be good. No, you'll be better for doing that. See you next time. Bye-bye.